How? Why must you be giving yourself this hopeless hope? Why? When we were having our discussion today, one of the person who was talking in favor of P2B also agreed that Goodluck Jonathan is not a bad person. He would have succeeded. But because of the way Nigeria was structured and people who were there and their selfish interests, they didn't allow him to succeed. And how do you think that P2B, no matter the kind of good intention he had, I'm not in his heart, he might have good intention, he must have his own personal interest, he must have other selfish ideas that he's pursuing him, he might be pursuing some other thing for his own personal gain. It is possible. But no matter how good his heart is, how is he going to achieve that? He is not going to achieve it. He cannot achieve it. We are talking about 4 years. How can you do what Buhari have destroyed? Late Buhari have destroyed in 8 years. What late Buhari have destroyed in 8 years? How do you think you can do that in 4 years? How? If by mistake or by anyhow you found yourself in that very assault, how do you think you can change things? How do you think you can now? How do you think that you can make a secular country? A secular country that was supposed to be practicing one law. In that country that they call a secular country, some states are practicing Sharia law. And in that Sharia law in some states, it has gone to the extent of taking the life of their citizen, taking the life of some citizen from the other state that don't have anything to do with that Sharia law. They are taking their life because of a Sharia law in a state that's supposed to be a secular state. How is P2B going to revise those places that are practicing Sharia law? From which House of Assembly? Which House of Assembly is going to vote to change those states that are using Sharia law in their states? How is he going to do it? How is P2B going to fight Boko Haram when you have heard from people that matter in Boko Haram, they say Boko Haram is part of them? When there is still someone, there is still a sheikh that is today standing with the bandits, telling you that bandits have every right, that they don't even have the right to call bandits criminals. They embrace the bandit, they say bandit is part of them. How can P2B change the fact that every Fulani in the whole Africa should come and settle in Nigeria? How can he change that? Even when the people who are sponsoring the movement of the Fulanis into the Biafra, into the Nigeria, the people who are sponsoring the movement, they are in the government, they are still very much alive, and they are playing a major role. Every single politician you see in the north, they are supporting. Every single politician you see in the north, all those key politicians you see in the north, Fulanis, they are supporting the migration of all Fulanis from all West African countries and be settled in Nigeria. How is P2B going to revise that? Which law is going to revise that with P2B? He's talking about economy. Economy is not the problem. When Goodluck Jonathan was there, Nigeria was the highest growing economy in Africa. Nigeria was the highest growing in Africa. Still, there was insecurity in the north. People were dying. People were losing their life. Boko Haram was still raging. Meanwhile, Nigeria was the highest growing economy. So how can somebody come and begin to tell me about the economy today? And all of a sudden, you see people preaching these lies. You see people trying to paint these lies. A lie, a pure lie. You are painting it and you're trying to promote that lie. How do you think? How does it work? How are you giving yourself this hopeless hope? You are looking for a temporary comfort. They are just giving you a temporary comfort. Oh, you will feel that you have been given give you what? Even when you know that it's not going to be possible. It's not going to be possible. P2B is not going to find himself in that sorrow. He will not. He won't. And even if by magic or by anything he gets there, he's not going to make any difference. In fact, he is going to become worse than Muhammad Buhari. He's going to become worse than Muhammad Buhari. And he's going to attack the Biafran people more than Muhammad Buhari have done. He will. He's going to attack. And that is why we must not give that chance. Every time you see them talking about their one Nigeria, from onset, they have always used the blood of the Biafrans to cement their one Nigeria. Each time we hear one Nigeria, what we know is the blood of Biafrans. Each time you see them talking about a change to be the one Nigeria, listen and watch closely. What they are talking about is to take the life of Biafrans for sacrifice. The Biafran blood have always been the sacrifice they use to cement their one Nigeria. And how long shall we continue to tolerate that? How long shall we continue to accept that? We have said it and we say enough is enough. We can no longer be part of it. We can no longer be part of it. It doesn't matter their blackmail. It doesn't matter their propaganda. It doesn't matter the angle they want to come from. It doesn't matter how they want to interpret it. This is the absolute truth. We can't be part of it. We have had enough. We can no longer be part of it, no matter how they try. We can't be part of it. And that is what we are saying. There will be an election in Biafra land. And we are standing our ground. Tomorrow is going to be a sit at home in Biafra land. And the sit at home continues. If you are watching from Biafra land, tell your neighbor that the sit at home continues. Monday sit at home. It will continue until Mazen Nandekano is being released. Monday has been dedicated to Asuna Mazen Nandekano. Because our civil disobedience continue. Don't allow anybody to tell you. You see the blackmail they are bringing. They bring the blackmail. They say Mazen Nandekano. Remember Mazen Nandekano say you should not. You should make Biafra land calm. You should make Biafra land calm. The message of Mazen Nandekano is highly received. We receive the message with respect, and we know what he's talking about. When Mazen Nandekano is talking about calm in Biafra land, we know what he meant. Mazen Nandekano knows that it's sit at home. If Mazen Nandekano wanted us to stop sit at home, in one sentence, he would tell us, please stop the sit at home. But Mazen Nandekano told us that it is our right to defend ourselves, to protect the Biafran people and not to kill them. That what we are fighting for is to defend Biafran land and not to kill Biafrans. And that is why today you see Chukwu Okikabima using our brother Samuel Ekpa, immensely to make sure that we defend our people. No matter the blackmail they bring, no matter the propaganda they are bringing against him, that is why their propaganda doesn't work. That is why every propaganda, every blackmail against Mazi Simon Ekpa is not working. You see the information I posted. You see how his platform is growing. With all the attack against him, with all the blackmail, with all the propaganda, go and see the success his platform is recording. Go and check the success is platform. That is how you know somebody that is doing the right thing. Somebody that's really that. It remains just like when the Christianity came. When the Christianity come, they were trying to stop it. Herod tried by all means to stop Christianity. But at the end of the day, they reached an agreement and said that if this very thing is from Chukwu Okikabima, it will go to the rest of the world. But if it's not from Chukwu Okikabima, it will die a natural death. The same thing with the message you are saying, the message of Biafra and the preaching of Biafra. If it is not from Chukwu Okikabima, it cannot go far. It will die a natural death. The same thing with people who are fighting for Biafra. If you are not genuine, you are not going to last. If you're not genuine, you are going to fade away. It doesn't matter how long it takes. If you are not genuine, fighting for the freedom of your people, speaking up for Biafrans, you are going to fade away. It doesn't matter how you try to pretend. But today, with all the attack on our brother Simon Ekpa, with all the intimidation, with all the blackmail against him, go and check his platform. He is still growing. He is growing much more than ever. His platform is still growing, flourishing. I posted on my platform. Go and check the information on his platform just this month. Millions of people are coming in. With all the attack, he is still growing. Meanwhile, those who are blackmailing him and attacking him, they are going down. They are going down because they are destroying themselves, because Biafran people are wise. Biafrans knows the person that is standing for them and the person that is standing against them. We know our enemies. We know those who are enemies. We didn't make them enemies. They made themselves enemies and they made themselves known to us. And that is why Biafrans have taken action. That is why Biafrans are standing firm. That is why Biafrans are not looking back when they are taking giving their opinion. The more they continue to attack, the more they continue to demonize our brother Simon Ekpa, the more he continues to flourish, the more he continues to rise and rise and rise. My fellow Biafrans, the time has come for us to take our freedom. What we need is a permanent settlement, a permanent freedom. We don't want a temporary freedom. We don't want a temporary freedom. We don't want a temporary freedom. No. Instead, where you will carry me on your back, you will carry me, you will back me, then my leg will still be touching the ground. Just leave me, let me walk and go. We don't want that kind of no, we don't want that. We don't want that. We want a permanent settlement, permanent freedom, not only for ourselves, for every other indigenous tribe in the contraction called Nigeria. For every other indigenous tribe, we are asking for everybody to have a settled life. Have security. Build a nation you can be able to hit your chest and defend and say, this is my nation. As it stands now, nobody is a Nigerian. I say it and I say it with proof. Nobody is a Nigerian. Forget about the fact that most of us are holding Nigerian passport. It's just a traveling certificate. A traveling certificate that can be issued to anybody. So many people are holding traveling certificate of different countries. So you're holding a passport doesn't make you a Nigerian. If you think you ask me that I said nobody's in Nigeria, but you're holding a Nigeria passport, it's just a traveling certificate, and anybody can obtain it. Anybody can obtain it. That is why if you go to Nigeria today, you will see that your NIN or whatever you call it, NIN, even you that is an indigenous person will not have it, but somebody from Chad has it, somebody from Mauritania has it, somebody from Senegal has it, somebody from Ghana has it, somebody from Mali has it, somebody from Niger has it. Your national ID card, people in Niger have it, people in Chad have it, people in Mauritania have it, but you that you are indigenous to that country don't have it. In your own presence, a governor came to the national television, Bauchi State Governor came to national television, Bauchi State Governor, and said that they want to accommodate all the Fulanis in Africa, in Nigeria. They want to open door. He didn't only say it, they opened the gate and they say visa on arrival. They welcome every one of them. And the same people today will come and tell you that the people who are perpetrating the evil and causing insecurity are Fulanis from outside. Meanwhile, you are the one that invited them and you know them. You welcome them. And you are not ready to do anything about it. And some people are pretending. How is P2B going to stop that? How is P2B going to stop the bringing of Fulanis all over the world into the Zolita Republic? The Fulanization agenda has already been completed. How is P2B going to stop it? Even when the P2B have choose another Fulani from Mauritania, P2B have chosen a Fulani man from Mauritania to be his vice. With a Fulani man as his vice from Mauritania, how do you think that P2B can stop the Fulanization of Nigeria? How will he stop it? How will he stop the advancement of foreign Fulanis into Nigeria to take up the country? How will he stop it? When you have one of them as your vice president, how can you stop it? You see the hopeless hope I'm talking about. You see, one thing that Chukwu Okeke Abiama is doing for us Biafrans, there are so many things that are hidden that Chukwu Okeke Abiama exposes. If you tell me you don't know what is right, you don't know what is happening, it means your senses are not working right. Your senses are not working well. Because Chukwu Okeke Abiama helps us a lot. He helps us to decimate information and bring information to the barest minimum so that we can be able to understand it. Today, the mystery surrounding P2B's magic or whatever you want to do is no longer covered. The reason why we say we will not support anything that has to do with any election, it's becoming much more clearer. And more people are being converted. There will be an election in Biafra land. It doesn't matter the blackmail you bring. It doesn't matter the strategy. It doesn't matter your hopeless hope you are given. There will be an election in Biafra land. What we want is a permanent freedom. A permanent freedom. And we're going to get it. We will get it. Tomorrow is sit at home, Monday. And the sit at home continues. Any day there will be any mega rally in Biafra land, that day is a sit at home. It's going to be a total lockdown. And Biafran people are going to do it. Not by force, not by coercion. Biafrans value their life. They have pushed all manner of military men in Biafra land to take the life of Biafran people. And that is the mission they have. To take our young men. How long shall we continue to fold our hand and watch them? We have watched enough. And the time has come for us to take action and defend ourselves. The state that we are now is the stage of self-defense. And it is not only the Biafrans that are calling for self-defense. You see governors calling their people to defend themselves. So what is the difference when we call our people to defend themselves? What is the difference between the call the Biafrans are making for their people to defend themselves and the call the governors are making for people to defend themselves? What is the difference? When we the agitators say defend yourself, they interpret it to be a different thing. They say we are calling for war. But you see sitting governors telling their own people, even giving gun license to their people. They give gun license to their people to protect themselves and defend themselves against the enemy. But when we advise our brothers and sisters to protect themselves as much as they can, they will call it a different thing. Mazin Nandekan went further to establish a security outfit to defend the Biafra land. Security outfit to defend the security outfit that Mazin Nandekan from the ESN was not established because of the Nigerian military. It was not established because of Nigerian police. It was established because of the terrorists that are in the bushes, disturbing our farmers, taking our land, raping our women. And the videos and evidence are everywhere. That was why when Mazin Nandekan saw that the place is helpless, who is going to protect you? People who cannot protect themselves, they have not protected themselves, let alone protecting you. Mazin Nandekan went ahead to establish the ESN, and volunteers came out. Volunteers came out en masse. You saw the people that showed up. And all hell broke loose. They became afraid. They became afraid of Mazen Nandekano. And they begin to use their politicians to attack him. They use even insiders to attack Mazen Nandekano. They went, did until they ended up in kidnapping him from Kenya. And they thought it was the end of it. When they thought it's the end of it, they didn't know that Chukwu Okikabiam already have prepared somebody and waiting. They didn't know that Chukwu Okikabiam already have prepared somebody who is going to carry the journey until Mazen Nandekano comes out. And today, you can see our brother Simon Ekpa making waves. Our brother Simon Ekpa making waves. The same challenge that Mazen Nandekano have faced is what Simon Ekpa is facing today. The only difference is that Simon Ekpa has a different assignment from Mazen Nandekano. He has a different assignment. And he is busy focusing on his assignment, moving ahead, no looking back. Matching without looking back. It doesn't matter your blackmail against him. It doesn't matter what you talk about him. After you finish your blackmail, the next evening he's broadcasting. Even while you are busy blackmailing him and writing rubbish, he is still broadcasting on his channel, saying the word, standing as he's speaking the voice of the Biafran people. And 99.9% of Biafran people are standing with Master Simon Ekpa, following every instruction he's given. So if you're one of those who is taking him for a joke, keep on taking him for a joke. One day you will sleep up in Nigeria and you wake up in Biafra land. It's going to happen. Not too long from now. You will sleep in Nigeria and you will wake up in Biafra land. It is going to happen. While you are busy talking against Simon Ekpa, while you are busy castigating him, while you are busy giving him name, you are going to sleep one day in Nigeria. Then you wake up and find yourself in Biafra. It is going to happen. And very soon. Biafran people are standing behind him. And we are going to go home very soon. All you have to do is play your own role. Whatever role you have to go play to get a permanent freedom, not a temporary one, a permanent freedom, end this very killing and this very insecurity and this very bad economy once and for all. End it once and for all. Let everybody have a same nation where they can be able to protect. The Arewa people will have a nation. The Ududua people will have a nation. The Middle Belters will have a nation. Biafra land will be on their own. And in Biafra land, we have so many nations also. Mazen Nandekano have said that number. That in Biafra land, we have so many nations. When Biafra must have come, when we have succeeded in getting Biafra, then every nation in Biafra land can stand on their own. Even if you are 2, you are 3, or you are 4, and you are a nation in Biafra, there are so many nations in Biafra land. Mazen Nandekano made it clear. You don't think that anybody is planning to dominate you. Igbos have not conquered anybody in war. Go and check in history. Igbos did not take anybody to go and conquer people and take them for war. There is no such history anywhere. Yeah, Igbos went to a land, conquer people and take them. No, they don't. We don't do that. And we have never. And we will not start it today. What we are fighting is for and we are fighting for our own land, not people's land. Our own land is where we want to defend. And when that we have gotten it, every nation in Biafra land will be on their own. Mazen Nandekano have said it, time with that number, made it clear. So don't think anybody is trying to dominate you. For those of people who say they are scared, they are this, that. They are only trying to express the mentality of the caliphate that they have planted into your head. There is a video I'm going to play. I'm going to show a video after my broadcast. I'm going to share that video. You will see somebody, an Igbo person with Igbo name, speaking Igbo. Everything about his Igbo. He was asked, "Where are you from?" He said, "He's not Igbo." Where are you from? He's not Igbo. Ask him his name. His name is an Igbo name. His mother's name is an Igbo name. His father's name is an Igbo name. He speaks Igbo, but he was asked, "What is your tribe?" He said, "He's not Igbo." What a shame. That is the kind of damage. That is the kind of damage we have seen in the life of people in that contraption. One more reason why we must not be there. They try to turn brothers against themselves, turn sisters against themselves, turn people against their own people. People will begin to see their own brothers as an enemy. That is the evil, the divide and rule. It has gone to the extent of they have pushed to the extent that people are denying whom they are. People deny whom they are because of selfish interest. They make them to believe that when you begin to deny your identity, that is when you become relevant. They will make them believe that when you deny whom you are, they will make you relevant, not knowing that they are killing themselves. The more you continue to make that denial, the more you are making yourself irrelevant. And the person that is telling you to deny yourself know you very well, better than you know yourself. That very person that tells that when you deny your identity, you will be relevant. He knows that you are Igbo. He knows you. That is why Mazen Nandekano, when Mazen Nandekano was preaching that message of the unity of the old Southeastern region, when Mazen Nandekano was preaching the unity of the old Southeastern region, he went to the extent of telling us that everybody in the old Southeastern region, we are all Igbos. That we are all Igbos. He went ahead to say, go to the Google and Google who is the closest relation to this social and so group. Who is the close relation? If you know the close relation of this group and that group, then you begin to find out and know who they are and who is your brother and who is your sister. The closest relation of every tribe you see in Biafra land is Igbo. They are all connected to the Igbo people. They are all connected to Igbo. What does that show you? We are one. We have one ancestral parents, and that is why Muslim Nanikan went to a state to tell us that we are all Igbos. It doesn't matter whether you are Ijo, you are Efiko, you are Calabar. We are all Igbos. That is why when you look at somebody from Calabar, you will see a replica of yourself. When you see somebody who is a Efik, you will see a replica of yourself. Even some people in Edo State, when you look at them, you will see a replica of yourself. You see an Ijo man, you'll be looking a picture of yourself. If you cannot see it in that way, in the food they eat, in the way they dress, in the way they behave, the way they react to issue, their religion, you will see a replica of people who are the same. That was why I was not going to say we are all Igbos. He wasn't saying it to dominate anybody. He wasn't saying it to overshadow anybody. He wasn't saying it to cover anybody. He was just trying to make that known to us that we have one ancestral parents and that is where we come from. But some people don't understand it. Some people seem to misinterpret it and begin to call it a different thing. Please, if you want to join, keep your phone this way. Keep your phone this way and make sure you click the rotation. When you keep your phone this way, you click the rotation. That's the only way you can be able to join the platform and make a contribution. So try and keep your phone in a horizontal form, and again, make sure your rotation is on. When your rotation is on, you can now join. So as I was saying, don't allow anybody to try to blackmail you or try to preach something that you know. Don't allow anybody to blackmail you. Don't allow anybody to preach any false information or to blackmail you in believing something that you know that is false. Stop having a hopeless hope. That thing you think that is hope, there is no hope there. That Messiah they are giving you, there is no Messiah in him. The P2B they are presenting to you as a Messiah, he is not a Messiah and will never be. Stop having that hopeless hope. He will never be. We have only one Messiah that has been presented to us, a man that has given the solution. The only Messiah that the Biafran have, the old Southeastern region have, is Mazen Nandekam. Mazen Nandekam is the only Messiah. That is why we will continue to ask for his release. We will continue to ask for his unconditional release because he's a just man. A symbol of justice, a symbol of equity, a symbol of love. That is Mazen Nandekam. The only Messiah we have. There is no Messiah anyway. Anybody that is presenting any other Messiah is a scam. It's a scam. That is why tomorrow Monday, we are going to sit at home again tomorrow Monday for the release of Mazen Nandekam and the release of every Biafran that is being held captive. We will continue to do that until Mazen Nandekam is released. When that issue started, when we started it, they called it a joke. They blackmailed the sit at home. No manner of evil, they did not speak about the sit at home. They talk from different sides of their mouth. At the end of the day, they saw that Biafran people are starting their ground. We won. And today, you can see the sit at home still striving without anybody enforcing it. Initially, they may say, well, we are enforcing sit at home. We are enforcing it. They are enforcing it. They are killing people. They went ahead to take the life of Biafrans. They go and destroy lives and destroy properties in order to blackmail the sit at home. But Biafrans stood their ground. And they said that Mazen Nandekam must be released or else. Monday will be dedicated to him. And today, it is still going on. Our brother Simon Ekpa, continue to support it, continue to push on, continue to support Biafrans who on their own have decided to sit at home Monday. Simon Ekpa didn't force them. They made up their mind that they will continue to speak. And Simon Ekpa continued to encourage them. That was where he built a foundation that the whole Biafrans accepted. He continued to support them. People who we are supposed to support, to demand for the release of Mazen Nandekam, instead they were fighting the release of Mazen Nandekam. Those who claim to be in the aim of affairs, those who claim to be appointed, those who claim to be with Mazen Nandekam from the onset, those who even claim that they were the one that formed the ESM with Mazen Nandekam, they decided to chicken out. They begin to fight against their own people. They went up to the extent of going to the media to announce and tell the police to arrest everybody that sits at home. That any Biafran that sits at home, you should arrest him. People who claim to be followers of Mazen Nandekam, you want to arrest somebody that is asking for the release of Mazen Nandekam unconditionally. And you still want Biafrans to believe you. You still want Biafrans to follow you. How do you think it's possible? Do you think Biafrans are foolish? We are not foolish. Biafrans are wise, very wise. They know for you to convince a Biafran man is not a joke. For you to convince a Biafran man is not a joke. That is why when you see Simon Ekpa For Simon Ekpa to be able to convince Biafra that you go to his platform, go and check the update of the platform. I posted it on my channel. Go and see millions of people who are following him there. Go and check. For people to volunteer in that part and begin to follow him, that means he must have done a great work. It took Mazen Nnamdi Kanu more than a decade for him to convince people to begin to do what we are doing. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to win the heart of Biafra, he went extra mile. He faced different kinds of accusation, different kinds of blackmail, different kinds of attack from the traditional rulers, from the governors, from the ministers, from the politicians. All manner of attack from ordinary people. Some volunteer themselves, begin to attack Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That he doesn't know what he's saying, that he's trying to cause problem. But today, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stood his ground. Until today, he has become the symbol of justice. He has become a symbol. He has become a household name, that any place you mention his name, everybody come calm. Any request you put forward in his name, people respond. Whatever you ask for in his name, people respond. Because he has built a standard for himself. He built a standard, and that standard, we will maintain it. You cannot go down. That is why I love our brother Simon Ekpa. He's still building on the foundation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, keeping that foundation, making sure that that foundation remains the way it is. Remember our memory verse in this very channel. Our memory verse in this page is what? Consistency is the key. Each time you go, please share the video. If you have not shared the video, kindly share. Share the video, let it go to people. You can equally support the page with the star if you want to. If you want to support this page, support the page with star. If you don't want to, that's no problem. But the most important thing is share. Share the video, let people begin to get information. Our memory verse in this very page is consistency is the key. That is the memory verse. Any day you come to this program, make sure you go home with that memory verse. Consistency is the key. And it is because of the consistency of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that is why he was able to attain the height that he is today. He has gone to a level that nobody have reached. The level he is now, he has become a household name that you cannot talk about the Biafra land without talking about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He has raised the bar of Biafra. Today, you cannot mention the Zoological Republic without remembering the Biafra issue. The whole world today is talking about Biafra. They are talking about the problem of Biafra land. He went further to educate me, myself, and so many of us that are watching, and so many people who are broadcasting. They have made it possible for us to be able to talk on the media. Even in the times of Nigeria, he was able to educate people. He gave people the courage to come and begin to debate about their restructuring. It was Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that gave back to the restructuring. Restructuring that our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, asked for in Aburi. They refused it and killed almost 5 million Biafrans. We asked for restructuring. They came and killed us. They never admitted to it. And today, people are now bold to begin to ask about that restructuring openly. All thanks to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Because of his work. Because of his consistency. That was why he was able to achieve that. Today, you no longer hear the language that the unity of Nigeria is not negotiable. You don't hear it anymore. You have seen even their prominent men have come out to say that Nigeria is negotiable. Including Obasanjo have confessed that Nigeria is negotiable. But before, their national anthem in that very country is what? Nigeria is not negotiable. But today, it has become obvious. They have not accepted that it is negotiable. And we are not going to stop that. That is why we have to remain in the consistent demand of the end of that contraction. We have to negotiate. And we want to go home. We want to go home. They can't stop it. It doesn't matter how they try. It doesn't matter that propaganda or blackmail. We are going home. And the time is very soon. It's not going to be too long from now. We are going home. I thank everybody who have joined the broadcast. Please share the video to our platform. Share to all family and friends. Anybody can share to, share to. We will continue to speak up, continue to set the record straight, and continue to tell our people, stop having a helpless hope. The only hope we have is Biafra. The only permanent freedom is Biafra. Any other thing is counterfeit. It's all a scam. It's all a scam. That is why we are bringing the awareness to you. Don't distract yourself. Don't deceive yourself of a hope that is not going to come. Because when you begin to have that hope, at the end of the day, you are going to have a hypertension. Because it's not going to come. So it's better you focus. Be consistent in your demand. Self-determination. Our Oduduwa people are asking for self-determination. Middle better asking for self-determination. And Biafra people are asking for self-determination. That is the only solution. Nothing else. Self-determination is the only key. And we must continue to pursue it until it comes. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect everybody that have joined this broadcast. Any place you are joining from. If you are joining from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, whichever part of the world you are joining from, I say may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect you. May Chukwu Okike Abiama give you the grace to be alive and witness Biafra. As you are sharing this video and you're sharing, Chukwu Okike Abiama is going to give you the grace to see Biafra and celebrate in Biafra land. If you're from Oduduwa land, you are going to see Oduduwa and celebrate in Oduduwa. Any place you are from and you're genuinely seeking for the freedom of your people, you are going to see freedom and you're going to experience freedom. That is my prayer for everybody. We are not saying what we are saying because of hate. It's out of love. We are saying that of love so that there will be a place where we can be able to settle and people will be able to settle down and have a sane nation. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect Sunday Igboho, secure him, give him wisdom and knowledge to continue to pursue the freedom of the Oduduwa people. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to protect our brother Simon Ekpa. Continue to give him strength, continue to empower him, continue to strengthen him, that he will continue to move the banner of Biafra forward until Mazen Nanikan joins us again very soon. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our supreme leader Mazen Nanikan. Secure him, guide him, give him more revelation, give him more inspiration. Send doctors to minister to him spiritually. No weapon formed of against Mazen Nanikan shall prosper. No weapon formed of against Mazen Nanikan shall prosper. No weapon formed of against Mazen Nanikan shall prosper. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. And remember, I will see you again. Please, if you have time, you can join me on my YouTube channel. I'm going to broadcast on my YouTube channel by 7:30 Biafra time. 7:30 Biafra time. Join me on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be having a program there. You join me so that we can be able to share views and speak to each other. Thank you so much. And remember, see you then.
Are yet to wake up from your slumber or your sleep and get the point that we are exiting Nigeria. Exiting Nigeria is not going to come from the platter of golden plate. You have to sacrifice for it. And we are ready to sacrifice everything, including you, if you come and stand on the way of freedom. So you need to know how serious we are. We are damn serious. Some of you are not getting it. You think we are here to build political movement? We are here for freedom. Freedom comes with price. Okay? The only thing you can do is to comment on social media. Don't ever stand on the way of Biafra freedom. We'll crush you.
Their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold all of Africa down. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You have to go everywhere. We must continue.